There were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. This was my dream. The dream had become real. And what I took for thunder was the sound of mighty blows exchanged by titans. Superman was faster than a speeding bullet, but his enemy rode on a lightning bolt. Captain Marvel had come. Spectre, it's happening just as the visions foretold. Superman came too late. War has begun. Spectre, for the love of God, make it stop.
I cannot, Norman McKay. I can take no action.
Well, why not? What in God's name has to happen? The superhumans are on a rampage, and the Justice League is only adding to the violence. How much time must pass?
There will be a reckoning, Norman McKay. Be prepared. As the scriptures say, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come.
Is that the only reason I'm here, to watch some hideous judgment? But I'm terrified. Even Superman is terrified. Look at him. His face is a mask of confusion, while the face of Captain Marvel seems frozen in an eerie, mindless grin. I recognize the fear in Superman's eyes. Not much different than the look of fear in the eyes of my congregation. He can't comprehend how things came to this, especially since Captain Marvel was one of his mightiest allies.
Damn it, Marvel, snap out of it. You can't do this. We have to work together.
The only sound he makes is a childish giggle. Whatever wisdom Marvel once possessed has been dulled by Lex Luthor's brainwashing, making the Captain a soldier of chaos, the one warrior who can counter Superman's every move and prevent him from containing the battle. Superman believes himself the only force on Earth powerful enough to end the conflict.
He is wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen of the General Assembly, please come to order.
Spectre, why have you taken us back to the United Nations building? Get us back to the battle.
I have taken you into the dark heart of the matter, Norman McKay. Attend.
Ladies and gentlemen, come to order. Now, what you see on the view screen before you are the blueprints to 3 multi-megaton nuclear warheads, held in reserve for just this moment. Take a good look at the last hope of humanity.
General Secretary Wormwood, what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we initiate Operation Holy Martyrs. Each of these bombs, codenamed Abraham, Martin, and John, is capable of vaporizing a county. Sheathed in a force field unbreachable by all cataloged metahuman powers. Deployment system virtually undetectable. All our projections estimate that one will do the job. As Secretary General of the United Nations, I am empowered to sanction the use of all three.
This is unacceptable!
Civilian casualties!
There must be another way!
Listen to me and understand. There is nothing rational about dispatching tactical nukes into the heart of my own country. But these are not rational times. We are at the flashpoint of human existence. My God, you can hear the battle even here. At any moment it threatens to spread forth and engulf the world. What then? What then? Colonel Chan?
Blackhawk Squadron, fueled and ready, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the delegation, you are looking at the 3 best pilots the world can muster. They will be flying Black Hawk bombers, the most advanced aircraft known to humanity. Pray that it is enough. The only way to ensure that future generations remember this is humanity's final option is to ensure there will be future generations after today. Let us strike while we can. Colonel Chan, Godspeed.
Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
Here, Robin.
There you are. With all the energy beams kicking up smoke and dust, you can cut the air with a batarang.
How goes the battle on your end?
Not well. We have the raw strength to match the inmates, but we're outnumbered. Worst of all, the walls of the Gulag have crumbled. We're trying to contain the renegades, but there's no place to contain them.
We've got to keep trying. We've got to... Look out! It's Manitor!
Don't worry, Robin. Manitor is mine.
Thanks, Power Woman, because I see that someone else has taken an interest in me.
Robin!
Hello again, Tokyo Rose. Didn't you learn your lesson the last time we met?
A cut rose blooms brighter than before, boy wonder. This time I will not underestimate your... Oh!
Sorry, Rose, but if there's one thing I learned from my mentor, it's that you never give them a second chance.
Hey! You cut down Tokyo Rose!
Who's next?
All right, Gramps. Let's see if you can do the same with 666! Yeah!
Who fights me? Who will face what path? All will bow down before my...
Nice shot, Ray. That shut Von Bach up.
But only for a minute, Green Lantern. I'm not sure anything can bring that madman down.
Superman can, but where is he?
Ugh. I don't have time for this anymore, Marvel. Your punches knocked me off my feet, but they're not going to hurt me. Ugh. I think it's time I up the ante. Let's see how you do against heat vision.
Ah!
There, maybe that will help you snap out of it. In the name of heaven, Marvel, wipe that empty smile off your face. You were a friend once. How can you do this? How? Look at the horror you've let loose. Well, damn it, say something for yourself. Lightning bolt. He used super speed to dodge the lightning bolt. Instead of changing him back into Billy Batson, it hit me. But lightning shouldn't hurt me. Unless it's magic.
Shazam!
Ah!
Shazam!
Ah!
Spectre, Superman is down. You've got to help.
My time is not yet come.
Look at what's happening. This isn't a fight that will eventually die down. This is a forest fire that's just begun, a war that may well be the end of the world. If this keeps up, someone is going to die, and there'll be no way to turn back.
True, Norman McCain. One might say that with Superman deadlocked, the superhuman's only prayer of deliverance rests. With a force from on high.
Is that?
Yes, the Batman has come, and he's brought an army with him.
Nightstar, Jade, Kid Flash. I want a reconnaissance of the battlefield. Now, Ted.
It's the Blue Beetle again, Batman.
All right. Blue Beetle, take command of the Batlines. Order all the robots to engage. The rest of you, fan out and try to separate the combatants.
What about you, Batman?
Nightstar, I think it's time I tested out this new battle armor. Computer,
Battlesuit computer activated.
battle mode. Now.
Weapon systems online. Tracking systems online. Flight systems online.
Batman's Legion soars in like a silent cavalry. Man or machine, each agent knows his mission. Stem the loss of life.
I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you better hope that fancy suit packs a fire extinguisher.
It's made of fire-resistant Nomex, Phoebus. You see, I know you. I've done my homework on you and all your friends. I know how hot your flame burns, and I know how to put it out.
Locking weapons on target.
By the way,
Firing tear gas grenade.
I'm Batman.
Target neutralized.
The sheer force of Batman's presence kindles a desperate ember of hope.
Green Lantern, Batman has arrived. He's brought 136 individuals with him, and he's decided to join our fight. This could be the starting point.
Flash, I can't understand you when you talk that fast. Robin, did you get what he...
I think he said things are looking up. With Batman here, we just might save the day.
Right. I'm going aloft to get a better view of the battle.
Roger, if you see 666, give me a signal. We got separated by the fighting, and I still want a piece of that black-armored bastard.
Who will be next to face one path?
Bat Knight Unit 12 encountering metahuman codenamed Von Bach. Requesting assistance from other units. Scanners indicate Von Bach's power exceeds this unit's power.
Be silent! Ha! This Roman madness makes a fine weapon with which to crush the Justice League. And you will be my next victim.
No, no!
Tell me your name, boy. I want to know who I have killed.
Zatara, the magician. Help! Batman, help!
On my way, Zatara.
Von Bach, back off.
Wonder Woman, you will be next. But this, I will crush the magic out of this.
No, you won't.
I'm stuck.
Diana, you stabbed him through the chest.
He left me no choice. One of the others, one of your people would have died otherwise.
Diana!
They began this. I will finish it.
Did you see that? She killed him! She killed Von Bach! Get her! Get her! Ow!
Be quiet, child.
We don't kill.
We'll finish this without you, Bruce. Your people are out of their league.
Why? Because we're here to save lives rather than take them?
We're here to force peace. We're left with no choice. If you stand in the way, I will remove you.
Force peace. The Amazon tenet. Spread love and understanding, but don't be afraid to bloody your knuckles doing it. Don't tell me you still subscribe to that paradox.
I do what a warrior must.
I've heard rumors that the Amazons relieved you of your duties and heritage for not being strident enough. Face the truth, Diana. You won't win back your royal station by overcompensating.
You aristocratic bastard! How dare you condemn me!
The princess accuses me of being patrician. I'm cut to the quick.
I will not be judged by you. After all these years, you have the nerve to swagger out of your cave and expect everyone to bow before your precious wisdom. Well, it's too late for that, Bruce.
Bruce! Bruce!
Dad!
Nightstar, have you seen Bruce?
He just took off into the sky with Wonder Woman. It looked like they were fighting.
Damn, I wanted to talk to him.
Dad, or should I call you Robin when you're in costume?
This is no time for jokes, Nightstar, considering we're on opposing teams here.
I'm not against you, Dad.
You didn't join me either, and there's no time to argue now.
That's why I have to say this now, before things get any worse. Dad, I think we've chosen different methods, but we both want peace.
Isn't that touching?
666.
Yeah, Birdman. I wanted another shot at that Wonder Hag, but you'll do. Ah!
Dad!
Looks like your old man's gotten his wings clipped. That's what he gets for holding back and playing by old-fashioned rules.
He might six, but I don't.
Ah!
Nightstar!
Dad, are you...
Head wound. Probably concussion. Should have seen it coming. Must be getting old.
No, but you're definitely getting out of here. Now!
You can't block these sword thrusts forever, Bruce. The sky is more my element than yours.
You don't want to kill me, Diana? Look at the chaos you've caused already.
We tried to hold order, damn you. But it's too far gone. Our only answer now is... By the gods. What is that?
Open your eyes, Diana. You questioned how best to end this battle. Your answer flies on metal wings. Those are Blackhawks, nuclear carriers, the ultimate war bringers. Our war is not one act of violence at the cost of some lives. Our war ends in extinction. If you're that devoted to the Amazon honor, if your soul genuinely longs for atonement on Amazonian terms, then let's keep fighting and let the planes do their work.
Let's go.
I alone, among all humanity, witnessed the heroism that follows as Batman and Wonder Woman race toward the three approaching jets. Despite my spectral form, I feel the heat of Batman's lasers as they melt one nuclear bomb to its frame. I feel the strain of titanium muscles as Wonder Woman cripples the second. I see them both watch in horror as the final aircraft hurtles beyond their reach. I hear the bomb bay doors open. I hear the whisper of a pilot begging forgiveness over the sound of distant thunder.
Can't take much more.
Shazam!
Enough!
I guess what Superman will do a moment before it happens.
Shazam!
Enough!
Faster than the eye can follow, Superman's hand lashes out, clutching at Captain Marvel, holding him in place as the lightning strikes. And when the dust settles, the Man of Steel holds Billy Batson in his grip, one hand clamped over the young man's mouth. For one frozen instant, the storm clears. Fingers that can fuse coal into diamond crawl across human bone. And in the hush, ears that can hear a cell divide pick out with chilling ease the scream of human rage. A wave of X-rays confirms the bomb's potency. A telescopic glance calculates the seconds before impact. He must act now.
Norman McKay, it is time.
Spectre, what?
Judgment has come, Norman McKay. The hour tolls. Our entire journey has brought us to this moment.
But the bomb!
Will determine the fate of the world if it drops. The superhumans will surely die, but humanity will be spared their violence. If not, they will live on to fight a battle that will, in time, swallow the earth.
Maybe heat vision will stop it. No good. It's shielded somehow.
In either case, we face the evil of genocide. And my task is to punish those responsible for evil. But who shall be held accountable? Whose sin is this? The humans or the superhumans? Tell me, Norman McKay. Judge.
Me?
Yours is the soul that guides me.
Well, how can I? There is no evil here. There is tragedy and bedlam and...
Judge. Carefully.
I don't know what to do. You can see that, can't you, Billy? Every choice I've made so far has brought us here, has been wrong. So listen to me, Billy. Listen harder than you ever have before. Look around us. Look at what we've come to. There's a bomb falling. Either it kills us or we run rampant across the globe. I can still stop the bomb, Billy. That much I'm sure of. What I don't know is whether I should be allowed to.
It's the superhumans or mankind. One will pay the ultimate price.
And the decision
is not for me to make. I'm not a god.
I'm not a man, but you, Billy, you're both. More than anyone who ever existed. You know what it's like to live in both worlds. Only you can weigh their worth equally. Fight the brainwashing, Billy. You can let me go, or with a word, you can stop me. Do you understand the choice that can be made by you alone?
A tear escapes from Billy Batson's eye. It answers for him.
Then decide. Decide the world.
As Superman streaks away, I see the look of fear on Billy Batson's face. Not fear of death, but fear of life. Fear of his own life. And looking at him, I hear the words of Wesley Dodds once more. And when he cries...
Shazam.
7 thunders utter their voices. I see the lightning strike. I see the young man transformed once again into Earth's mightiest mortal. Billy Batson had spoken his magic word. In a flash of red, he speeds off into the skies after Superman.
Marvel, no!
With strength drawn from somewhere beyond even the power of magic, Marvel hurls the Man of Steel back to Earth.
Ugh!
And streaks upward.
Superman, are you...
I'll live.
Where's Marvel?
He's up there. He's reached the bomb, but he can't penetrate the force field. I've got to help him.
Once again, Superman is too late. Marvel has made his decision.
Shazam! Shazam! Shazam!
The nuclear blast is loud enough to deafen my spectral ears. The flash is bright enough to blind my non-existent eyes. Though untouchable, I cringe as the shockwave passes through me. I shiver not from pain, but from the cold touch of death. For as the shockwave moves, it gathers up the spirits of the superhumans it has killed, and it has killed them by the hundreds. When my sight finally returns, I think for a moment that I'm in heaven. Everything around me is white and silent. But I soon realize that the whiteness is the dust of Kansas, blown into the air and bleached white by the violence of a nuclear reaction. The silence is the silence of death. All around me lie the blasted skeletons of fallen superhumans, the flesh torn from their bones, the atoms of their unspeakable power now scattered across the horizon. I am shaken to the core of my being.
Norman McKay.
They're gone. All of them.
Not all.
No.
Superman survived the blast. But why? Why did this happen?
Judgment.
He's leaving. But where?
Almost certainly to confront his human attackers. He feels completely alone. He need not look.
I see more superhumans behind some sort of green barrier. Green Lantern, Flash, Magog is there too, and others.
There were survivors. Those such as Green Lantern with the power to shield those around them from the blast. They are fewer in number, and their pain is great. But their war is over. Judgment has been passed. I am no longer needed. Farewell, Norman McKay.
Farewell? Farewell? You think you brought me all this way just to watch people die? Well, think again. You want to confront evil, then get us to the UN now. You saw Superman. You saw an anger that could twist steel. If what happens next happens the only way it can, and you let it, then that is evil.
Very well. The United Nations.
God, Superman's bringing the roof down. He's going to kill them. Somebody's got to do something.
After 10 years, he has finally let free a wrath that would cower Satan himself. How can any man possibly calm the fury he feels towards his persecutors?
I can reach behind it. Do you really think he's mad at them? He's raging at himself. Spectre, use your powers. Let me talk to him now. Clark. Clark, don't. You blame yourself for Captain Marvel, for Magog and Kansas, for 10 years that ended today. Yes, you're angry, but in that anger, you're forgetting once more what humans feel, what they fear. They won't forgive you for this, Clark. Forgive yourself.
You? Why are you here?
To bear witness. Listen to me, Clark. Of all the things you can do, all your powers, the greatest has always been your instinctive knowledge of right and wrong. It was a gift of your own humanity. You never had to question your choices in any situation, any crisis. You knew what to do. But the minute you made the super more important than the man, the day you decided to turn your back on mankind, that completely cost you your instinct. That took your judgment away. Take it back. If you want redemption, Clark, it lies in the very next decision you make. Make it as a man. Make it right.
Superman.
Cal.
Survivors? How?
With his dying breath, Captain Marvel managed to detonate the bomb high above Ground Zero. Thanks to that, and the combined powers of Green Lantern and others, there were survivors.
How many?
Enough to leave us with the same problem as before. The same impasse, the same dangers, the same distrust, the same everything.
What now?
Now we put things right. Where is Secretary General Wormwood?
Here, Superman.
Years ago, I let those I swore to protect drive me away. We all did. And that was the day all of this began.
We saw you as gods.
As we saw ourselves. We were both wrong. But I no longer care about the mistakes of yesterday. I care about coping with tomorrow, together.
What do you intend to do?
The problems we face still exist. We're not going to solve them for you. We're going to solve them with you. Not by ruling above you, but by living among you. We will no longer impose our power on humanity. We will earn your trust. Let it begin here, now, with my one secret. You should know that for years I moved through Metropolis under another name. A name many of you knew. I was a man named Clark. Clark Kent. As Clark, I was a rather ordinary man living in Metropolis. I had a job and responsibilities and a wife. Her name was Lois Lane. She taught me more about being human than anyone I've ever known. It was a lesson I seem to have forgotten. Less than an hour ago, I asked Captain Marvel to choose between humans and superhumans. But he alone knew that was a false division, and made the only choice that ever truly matters. He chose life, and he gave his own to make certain we understood that. Now there's nothing left of him but the memory of just how important his sacrifice was.
There's also this, Superman.
Magog, you have something to say?
Yes, sir. I found this on the battlefield.
It looks like
Captain Marvel's cape. When he flew after you, his cape was torn away in the struggle and fell near the energy shield Green Lantern had created.
Magog's telling the truth, Cal. My daughter Jade and I were focusing on keeping the shield up, but Magog demanded we open a hole so he could run out and get the cape. He risked his life for that piece of cloth.
Magog, why?
I thought, when I saw what Captain Marvel was going to do, I thought that something ought to survive. I couldn't bear to have one more voice added to the millions.
Magog, well done. This cape will make a fitting banner. Secretary General Wormwood?
Yes, Superman?
Magog has kindly supplied the metahumans with a flag, a symbol of our new nation.
A nation of metahumans?
One which, respectfully, requests permission to join the United Nations.
I believe your application will be approved.
Then, with your permission, I'd like to fly Captain Marvel's cape as our new banner with the flags of the other nations immediately.
Certainly. Let me call the color guard. They can raise the flag for you.
That won't be necessary.
Spectre, is that it?
Very nearly, Norman McKay.
I feel time fold forward. The visions and the voices that have plagued me for so long now fade. I watch great powers reconstruct a once stately manor into a hospital patrolled by a man who has traded black garb for white. Bruce Wayne throws open wide the doors of his once well-guarded home, filling its halls with the victims of the nuclear blast. Under his watch, survivors ravaged by the effects of the bomb are nurtured and cared for, while those who help bring about the cataclysm suffer their own unique justice.
Luthor! Luthor! Get to work.
Have you seen my assignment? Deadpans? I am Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor does not wash bedpans.
Well, apparently he does. Oh, and Luthor.
Yes?
Shazam.
Ah, shut up!
Across the world, new roles are embraced, new alliances forged.
Ladies and gentlemen of the delegation, may I present our newest member, Alan Scott, representing New Oa, the metahuman community. After far too long a time, the gods have chosen to work with mankind towards a common good.
Only one works alone.
Hello, Diana.
There's still no sneaking up on you, Cal.
Well, actually, I was distracted. I didn't hear you until you were only a few miles away.
You're becoming a regular farmer. You even look the part in those clothes.
I am a farmer, just like my dad. And you've given up the Wonder Woman costume for that red robe.
Temporarily. For the moment, I'm a teacher, working with the surviving metahumans, trying to show them how to temper their power with grace.
They could have no better example.
And this red robe is the one I wore at my coronation.
Coronation?
The Amazons have returned my birthright to me. I am a princess once again.
Congratulations, Your Highness.
I think you deserve the congratulations, Cal. It's amazing what you've done with the Kansas landscape so far. The white stone markers you're putting up, they go on for miles. From the sky, it looks so peaceful. It's quite a memorial.
As it should be. Not just for those claimed by the bomb, but for all those here who lost their lives to our mistakes.
Let them rest in peace, Cal. They'll only haunt you if you forget what they taught you. Even Magog was able to see that. And speaking of seeing, I've got something for you.
What's in the box?
A gift. A little something to help you see more clearly.
Glasses. And the favorite wire-rimmed style of a former Daily Planet journalist, too.
Try them on.
Well, give me the report. How do I look?
Positively mild-mannered. Cal,
Diana, please. Call me Clark.
But I thought you had given up.
I did. But to the people closest to me, the ones in my heart, it's always been Clark.
Clark, I was just going to say that I have to leave. I have my duties.
Oh, as do I, but will I see you again soon?
Yes, soon. Take care, Clark.
Take care, Diana.
All the sins have been exposed, Spectre. Tell me, in the end, who do you punish? Who is responsible for what happened?
No one need suffer any further for the tragedies we have witnessed, Norman McKay. Do not mock me.
I'm not. I'm merely wondering, when you first appeared before me, you said you needed a human soul to be your anchor. And yet, you yourself were once an ordinary man named Jim Corrigan. Tell me, what would his perspective have been?
An interesting question.
I am no longer sure what Jim Corrigan would have said to the tragedy, but I know he would say this to you now. Be well, Norman McKay. You have watched the Titans walk the earth, and you have kept stride. Perhaps you are more like them than you realize.
The Lord God sent his angel to show his servants. And so the crisis passes. There is no grand celebration. There is too much pain to be forgotten, too much rebuilding to master. But there is faith. And so, though my visions no longer plague me, I preach lessons they have taught me. That a dream is not always a prophecy. That the future, like so much else, is open to interpretation. And that hope is brightest when it dawns from fear. Grace be with you all. Amen.
Good afternoon, citizens. Welcome to the planet Krypton. How may I serve you?
There will be 3 of us for lunch.
Great. I can seat you now, or would you like to wait for your third?
Who are you supposed to be?
You can seat us now.
I'm Superman, can't you tell?
Be nice, Clark.
Right this way. How's this table?
Could we have a different table? I'm not really comfortable with this one.
Too close to the air conditioning?
No, the kryptonite. How about that one?
No problemo. There you are. Your waiter will be right with you.
What's wrong?
You don't find any of this unsettling?
It's in the upbringing. I'm accustomed to seeing mortals pay tribute to the gods.
But if there's anything we've learned about playing God...
It's not a church, Clark. It's a restaurant. Relax.
So, where is he?
You're the one with X-ray vision. Did you look behind the giant penny?
You didn't tell him, did you?
Of course not. If it actually means seeing him surprised, who am I to hoard the moment?
It's awfully crowded. You're sure we won't be recognized?
Hardly likely. In the first place, you wrote the book on secret identities.
And in the second place, amidst all this tawdry bric-a-brac, I doubt they'd take notice of us if we were fighting the Legion of Doom in full costume.
Bruce!
There you are. You snuck up on me. Me, how did you do that?
Hello, Clark. Diana.
It's good to see you under brighter circumstances, Bruce. How's Dick?
It's taken nearly a year, but he's headed for a full recovery.
Hi, I'm Robin.
Of course you are.
I'll be your waiter. May I bring you something to drink?
Water's fine.
Milk?
Coffee. And keep it coming. Tell me, of all the places on Earth and beyond we could have met, why did you choose this one?
I didn't.
I did. I was curious. The atmosphere is elevating and humbling at the same time. Some of us can always use a little more humility.
So I gather from your communique we have business?
Here are your drinks.
You're sure this coffee's not decaf?
Positive. Regular served in a green lantern like that. Decaf comes in a flash flagon.
Perfect.
We have some things to settle. News to share. You and I haven't spoken much since Captain Marvel. But before we begin, I think it's appropriate to give a moment to those who fell in battle. We're long overdue. To past friends.
To past friends.
Here.
Are you ready to order?
What do you recommend?
Well, today's special is the Power Girl Chicken Sandwich. I also recommend the Dial H for hoagie.
I think I'll have the giant turtle soup.
Cool. And for you, sir?
Do you serve anything like beef bourguignon?
There's Starro the casserole.
Fine.
I'll have steak. Well done.
Which? There's the man of beef, there's...
Steak. Well done.
Okay. Back in a flash.
The teaching must be going well, Diana. I can't remember the last time I saw someone destroying the Eiffel Tower on the evening news.
It's tough. If the experience of the Gulag showed us anything, it's that students have to want to learn. Clearly, what we went through gave them plenty of incentive.
And you, Clark, still doing your best to restore the agricultural balance? How do you make out with irradiated soil?
I have no interest in growing 10-foot carrots. As when we built the Gulag, the ray has been a big help in stripping the land of radioactivity. Past that, it's just hard work and patience. I imagine you can relate.
It's been a long road to rehabilitation for the injured. Fortunately, I'm not laboring alone. I was able to put several members of the Mankind Liberation Front to work in our hospital. They're pulling their weight. Vandal Savage alone has picked up quite a few healing tricks in his 50,000 years.
And you've had no problems?
Inhibitor collars keep the rowdier ones subdued.
Even Luther?
He's a different story. I caught him down in the cave twice last month trying to hack the computer. He sends his best.
Really?
No.
Here you go. Careful. Hot plates. Enjoy.
That steak's not very well done.
Not a shade of a medium. Miss?
She disappeared almost as fast as Batman.
Here, I'll take care of it. Now it's well done.
So don't tell me that's it. We could have compared resumes by phone. We're here solely to play catch-up?
Not exactly. We have something to announce.
You're pregnant.
How did you...
Observation. For an ageless Amazon of perfect physique, you've put on a pound or two. That was my first clue. Then there are the 2 or 3 gray hairs you've sprouted, and the fact that you're positively glowing. My best to you both. Congratulations on bringing another spit-curled demigod into the world. Sorry if I stepped on your denouement, Princess.
Always the detective, aren't you, Bruce? Now let's test your escape artistry. I want a commitment from you. To be the child's godfather.
What?
Me? I don't know what to say.
Then the day is full of surprises.
This is news to you, I take it.
What isn't when it comes to her?
Hardly Athena's wisdom at work, Diana. My record as a parent isn't spotless.
Bruce, I'll be the first to admit I know little about fatherhood. But I do know this. There are things that the Batman can teach our child that Clark and I can't. That we would never even think of.
But we're of such different schools. You and Clark, you rule by trust. I rely on fear.
Then let's talk about what we're all most afraid of. Look at the lesson we just learned. Right now, the scales of world power are balanced, but still too easy to tip. Our child, more than any other, will need the leavening influence of a mortal man, a moral man, who we can count on. Now, you're right about me. Trust is the center of my world. I don't know if that makes me an expert on it, but I know I trust you. Despite our differences over the years, I always have.
Clark, thank you.
It's settled then?
It's settled. Come on, let's get out of here. You realize you've just handed me influence over the most powerful child in the world.
I thought you agreed rather quickly.
Have you thought of a name? Bruce is good.
I was thinking of Jonathan.
You both seem to be convinced it's a boy.
The child of Superman and Wonder Woman. And Batman. Imagine what kind of kid
she'll
be. Battler for truth, justice, and a new American way. I could hardly wait to see it for myself. Let's go home and dream about the future.
Kingdom Come was executive produced by Maya Thomas. The producer and director was Kevin Thompson. The audio adaptation was written by John Whitman, based on a story by Mark Waid and Alex Ross, and the novel by Elliot S. Maggin. The music was composed and performed by John Bowers. The project was coordinated by Daniel Metcalf. This program featured the voices of Mike Marion, Don Peoples, Garrett Scott, John Cunningham, Kent Broadhurst, Jeff David, Chuck Cooper, Harry Goss, Barbara Rosenblatt, Craig Zakarian, Mike Arkin, Bob Lydiard, Peter Newman, Birgit Darby, Mark Finley, Igor Golden, McIntyre Dixon, and Chloe Patelis. Special guest appearances by Denny O'Neil, Mark Waid, Mike Carlin, Dan Raspler, Charlie Kochman, Peter Tomasi, Greg Ross, Janet Harvey, and Elizabeth Vincentelli. This program was recorded, edited, mixed, and mastered by Paul Goodrich, Zed B. Starkovich, and Chris Berry at Merlin Music, New York City.